Feet start side by side. Gaze in the distance just for a moment. Put your weight in your right foot and take a step out with your left, about hip to shoulder width apart. Rock forward and backward on your feet, side to side. We really want to feel all the bones of the toes and the feet and set them down. Feeling the support of the ankle bones and the shin bones, we move up to soften the joints of the knees. And then the femur, nice, strong, stable support from that these beautiful large bones in our thighs, all the way up to our pelvis, which we tuck down and a little bit forward. The pelvic bones strong, lengthening up through the vertebra of the spine, all the way to the top of the skull and over the bones of the face as you gently tuck the chin. And then you drop the shoulders. Feel the collarbone lower. Feel the shoulder blades lower. Feel the bones all the way down the arms, the wrist, the hands and fingertips. And just feel this grounding before we do any movement at all. This structure supports everything else in your body. The ribs, focusing on them as they protect the internal organs. And the muscles, tendons, veins, all the vessels being supported with that internal structure. Inhale, float your arms up. Bring the hands over and exhale down through center. Inhale, float the arms up again. Bring the palms to touch and draw them to your heart center, gazing at your fingertips. Separate the hands, one hand open, the other, in a loose fist of greeting. And set the intention today to really use your imagination. Open your mind as you embrace visualizing the bones and the marrow deep within. And we're going to begin with a gentle warm-up. We're going to start by knocking on the door of life. In the back, I'd really like you to hit up as much as you can at the lower rib cage, knocking on the kidneys. And at the front, just let the hands hit, pat wherever they land. Keep the chin centered along the spine. We're really warming up along the spine here. A little bit of extra warm up for the pelvis and the legs as well as you begin stabilizing, and we're activating energy to the arms. So really good warm up posture. We'll do a few more. And start slowing it down and release. Cactus your arms, and we're going to be continuing to move the vertebrae, the bones of the spine for our warm-up. We're going to inhale, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades back, feel the collarbones open. And then exhale, tuck the chin, curling in, feeling the articulation of the spine in a new direction. Inhale, exhale. Now we're going to work on the twisting motion again of the spine. So we turn to the side on the inhale and come forward on the exhale as we curl. Continuing to feel this beautiful movement. We'll do one more each side. And in. Side bends. Bring the back of one hand just opposite the navel at the Ming Men point. Bring the other hand up and over, letting the fingertips rest wherever they land. The feet are hip to shoulder width apart. Inhale, make sure the knees are soft and the pelvis tucked. As you exhale straight to the side, bring the gaze down on the floor about 40 degrees in front of your pinky toe. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale as you change the hands. Inhale, lift up again, and exhale, bend. Inhale, exhale, change the arms. We'll do one more time each side. Again, focusing on the incredible ways in which your spinal column moves. Inhale up, change on the exhale. Inhale, lift, and exhale, bend. Inhale, and exhale, release. Single arm pushing forward. We're going to continue to work on moving and bending, really waking up the energy, so when we begin to do some of the focused movements, we'll be ready. For this, both hands come into loose fist by your hips. Inhale, exhale, press one palm forward as you turn at the hips, the waist, the shoulders, and the chin, looking at the elbow behind you. Starting to wake up lower in the body along the pelvis as you inhale back to center. Exhale, press and turn the other way. Inhale. Exhale. And this is a beautiful time as you are moving. We bend our fingers, we flex our fingers, really thinking about the bones that make this articulation possible. Pretty remarkable. Good. We'll continue our warm-up with some hip circles. Nice wide stance, keeping the legs relatively straight. The knees are soft, but this will really work into the hip joints, and that allows more blood to get into the pelvic bones. So really nice way to rejuvenate and flush the area. Just a nice gentle breath in and out of your nose as you circle. And let's go the other way. We'll do two more this direction. Good. Bring your feet side by side, and we're going to do double hands reaching down, a nice forward fold, really accentuating the way in which we move over the hips, the way the spine can elongate. Bend your knees as much as you need. We're going for lengthening of the spinal column here. I'm not so much focused on the hamstrings. So however you need to bend to feel comfortable with the spine hanging over the legs is perfect. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, draw them up through center, turning the palms overhead. Lift the chin. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Coming forward, reach, 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 and then hang heavy. Releasing the hands. Bend your knees as much as you need for the spine to elongate. Let the head hang heavy. Inhale, sweep your hands up the insides of your legs. Exhale, roll your shoulders back and down. Interlace your hands again, the opposite thumb on top, just good for your brain. Inhale, coming up through center again, lift up, gaze up. Exhale, hinge and fold, reach, 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 and then hang heavy, breathe gently, soften the knees as much as you need. Inhale, sweep your hands up the insides of your legs. Exhale, roll your shoulders back and down. Bend forward. Keep the torso somewhat upright because when we have that more upright torso instead of down, hinge down, we work more on the bones of the ankles and feet as well as the knee joints. So let's go ahead and we'll circle. We'll do a little bit more than the 4. We'll probably do 8 each direction today because we are opening up the fluids and energy flowing into the bones and the marrow. So a little bit longer is good. Breathe gently in and out of your nose. And let's go the other way. Wonderful. Step the feet back to hip to shoulder width apart. Inhale, float the arms up and over, hands coming over. Exhale, down through center. Hands by your sides but not touching. Just close your eyes a moment and go within. Just come into your space after you've warmed the body, preparing for the deer postures. Open your eyes. Bring your feet side by side, and again, remember the intention of focusing on the bones. So the muscles, we often feel the tendons, all of that. It's very easy. When you focus on the bones, think about the shape. So for example, when we step out, think of how the bones of the feet splay out a bit more. When we lift the back heel, think of how their bones, what are they doing to make this elongation? How are they bending? And you don't have to overdo it. Just every once in a while, a thought and a wondering, like, oh, that's what my body's doing. It's really cool to tune into things we take for granted. So, and where our mind goes, our chi follows. So it's a beautiful opportunity to bring chi to these parts of the body. The deer gazes backward. Remember to modify your stance if you're not feeling very stable. You should feel comfortable and secure, so don't step out as wide if that's not where you're at today. Inhale, the hands float up through center, coming overhead, gaze up. Exhale, lower the hands and bring them to your low back, palms touching. Put your weight in one foot. bending the knee, and step out at a 40-degree angle with the other, turning the hip over that front knee. Just breathe gently throughout. Come forward, creating a straight line from your heel to the top of your head. And then turn. You'll turn at the waist, the shoulders, and the chin, gazing at the elbow behind you. This really works your balance, so be patient. And shift your weight back and release your hands. Inhale the hands up through center again, gaze up. Exhale down, hands on the back. Put your weight in the opposite foot, stepping out. Align the hips over that front bent knee. And here's a great time to feel the structure of the bones. And inhale here if you want to synchronize breath with movement. And then exhale, turn at the waist, the shoulders and chin, gazing at your elbow behind you. Realign over that front leg and shift your weight back. Release your hands. We'll do it again. The hands come up and over and then down to your back. Put the weight in the first foot. Step out at a 40-degree angle and align the hips. Come forward. Just feel this nice, energetic. And turn and gaze behind you. When you think about the structure of the arm bones, the hands right now, the fingers, coming back and settle. Next side, coming up and over, gazing up. Bringing the hands to the low back. Put your weight in the second foot. A nice step out. Align your hips over that front knee and come forward. Feel that line of energy from your heel to the top of your head. And then turn the waist, the shoulders, the chin. You can even bring your eyes back. Really look for that elbow. Realign and shift back. Good. We'll do one more time each side. We're going to do each movement 3 times. Coming through center, up overhead. This really gives you a chance with the repetition to tune into the subtleties of the movement. So, shift your weight and step out. Align your hips and create that beautiful straight line. Turn at the waist, the shoulders and chin. Breathe gently. Let the breath keep moving. Come back to the aligning over that front leg. And now shift your weight back. Next side, up. Reaching up, gazing up. And hands out. Down, coming to your back. Shift your weight and step. Align over that front leg. Come forward. And turn at the waist, shoulders, chin, and gaze at your elbow behind you. Realign over the center and shift back. Good. The deer leaps. Inhale, the hands come to your heart, palms face each other. And then shift your weight into one foot as we step out and exhale, reaching the hands forward, turning your hips center. Inhale, turn the palms down. Make loose fist. Exhale, draw the fists back, lift the back heel, tuck the chin, leap. Feel that strength. Feel your bones. And shift back and settle. The hands come to the heart on the inhale again. Exhale as you step forward and reach the hands forward. Align the hips. As you inhale, palms come down. Loose fists now. Exhale. Draw the fists down. Lift the back heel. Tuck the chin a little. And then shift back. Feet side by side. You can really feel the strength as well as the serenity of this posture, right? There's something so graceful within the strength. And I like to think of that. That's what our bones are, right? This incredible subtle strength within that it's just effortless what they do, you know, when we take care of them. So that's what we're doing. We're taking care of them. Inhale the hands to the heart. Shift your weight as you step forward. Exhale and reach. Align the hips. Inhale the palms down. Curl into fist and exhale, draw the fists back. Lift the back heel, tuck the chin. Shift the weight back and bring the feet side by side. Inhale the hands to the heart again. The elbows move out. The shoulder blades squeeze behind you as you shift your weight, and exhale as you reach forward and center the hips. Inhale, palms down. Exhale, draw the fists back, lift the heel, tuck the chin. And then shift your feet side by side. One more time each side. Inhale, up. Shift your weight and step on the exhale. Align the hips. Turn the palms down. Curl the hands into loose fists as you exhale. Draw the hands back. Lift the heel. Tuck the chin a little. And then come back to center. Inhale up. Exhale, step and reach. Square your hips as you turn the palms down on the inhale. Exhale, loose fists back, heel up. Inhale, come back to center. Good. The deer contends. So as we were doing these first deer postures, we would turn and align the hips. And for this, we're just going to keep the hips where they are because we're really going to focus on creating space between the ribs and the intercostals that allows blood to flow more freely, reducing that tension. It also clears heart heat, which is always good to do. So bring your hands up. One hand is in front of the face, the other's up behind the head. Feet are side by side. Shift your weight into one leg. So the hand that's up is on the side of the leg that you're going to put your weight into. The hand that's in front is going to be on the side of the leg that's going to step forward. Okay, so shift your weight and step. Inhale here. Exhale, reach and look under your arm. Inhale, the hands come back and step back to center. Exhale as you shift your arms. Shift your weight, inhale and step. Exhale, reach, gaze under your arm. Notice that beautiful long line from your back heel to that hand. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, shift your hands. Set the weight down. Inhale as you step. Exhale, reach, gaze under your arm. Feel the opening, feel the power of the feet. Inhale back to center. Exhale, shift your hands. Inhale, step out. Exhale, reach, gaze behind you under the arm. Inhale, shift back. Exhale, change your arms one more time each side. Remember, you can really feel this. We're working a lot of large muscle groups. So it's okay to feel the elevated heart rate. We'll calm down before it's all done. Oops, excuse me. Shift. Step out. Reach and gaze under the arm. Come back in and settle. Good. All right, the deer stretches. The deer has gazed backward. It heard something. It was leaping to try and get away, but then the other deer comes along and they contend with each other. They play, they do their thing, and then he's like, oh, I'm tired, I'm ready for bed. So the deer is going to stretch, and then next he'll settle down for the night. So for this, we're going to go ahead and inhale the arms through center, one hand over the other, gaze up. Exhale, bring your hands to your low back. You're going to inhale, lift up, gaze back. Exhale, hinge forward. Hands come down. Overlap the hands again. Inhale up. Exhale them to your lower back one more time. Lift the heels and lower. Okay, we'll do that one just one more time. Inhale, the hands come up, gaze up. Exhale them to your lower back. Inhale, lift up, arch back. Exhale, hinge forward, stretching. Release the hands down. Bend the knees as much as you need for that low back. Overlap the hands again. Inhale, the hands come up. Exhale them to your low back again. Lift the heels and lower. The deer walks. So this is where the deer nests down for the night. We're going to turn to the side, imagining that you have a circle. You're going to be walking around in a circle. So the inside leg, the hand is going to be in front of the face, and the leg on the outside, the hand's going to be up behind you. And we're going to bend the knees, and we're going to do very purposeful heel-toe walking in this small circle. So really focusing on heel-toe, activating the bones, really creating energy to move within the foot. And when you get back to the starting point, turn the inside foot behind you, trade your hands, and then we'll walk the other direction. We're going to do 6 circles total, twice each direction. Once you get back to center, turn the foot all the way behind you, change your hands, and we'll walk the first direction for the second circle. The knees are bent. We're really working on using energy for the legs and bones. Turn the foot in, trade the arms, and we'll go the second direction for the second time. Bring that foot in. Turn all the way back, change your hands. And last rotation, turning the foot all the way behind, changing your hands, and coming the other way. Inhale, the arms float up, hands come over. Exhale down through center. Hands by your sides as you close your eyes a moment and scan from the skull down the bones of the face and the back of the head, the vertebra of the neck, the collarbones and shoulder blades, the ribs, the entire spinal column, the pelvic bone, the bones of the legs, the ankles, feet, and toes, and the bones of the arms, wrists, hands, and fingers. We'll be using them in our bone marrow cleansing, so just awaken your awareness of all of your bones. How do they feel right now? Open your eyes. And so let's begin with our bone marrow cleansing. This is oftentimes attributed to Bodhidharma and the Shaolin Temple from the 5th century, and a lot of masters insist on that. But my teacher, Ken Cohen, who I've talked about, says that the research really shows that it comes from the 16th century, which is still quite old, but that the practitioners, the developers of this bone marrow cleansing, attributed it to Bodhidharma, so it had more credibility. And anyway, since the 16th century, it's been demonstrated to be incredibly effective in clearing toxins from the bone marrow and really having an overall brightening, lightening, and uplifting effect on the body and the health. It just is so good for the bone marrow, the immune system. It strengthens the density of the bones. The standing and movements that we do are incredible for the density of bones, and I know a lot of people are worried about that. And it also brings chi to the skin and all of the acupressure points. A lot of benefits from this practice, so I'm very excited to bring it to you. I really love it. The first pose is going to be the meditating Buddha. Go ahead and bring your hands into prayer position. Gaze is just in front of you and a little bit down from right where the gaze is, straight ahead. So just lower the gaze a little bit and begin breathing in and out of your nose. Focus your attention on the breath in the lower dantian, the area behind and below your navel. The universal energy swirls within you. It's already there. This beautiful chi ball in the lower dantian as you breathe. We'll be here for 3 minutes, so just breathe gently. Picture that swirling universal energy within, nestled in the lower dantian. When your mind wanders, gently pull it back, picturing that golden ball of chi energy deep within. One more minute. Long, slow, deep breathing, bringing your focus to your lower dantian. Seconds. Release. Now we're going to go ahead and do the cosmic being. If you are feeling too much tension, discomfort in your legs, go ahead and shake them out. If you're able, keep this standing. This is part of that work of letting the muscles relax around the bones. Turn the palms forward. Inhale them up to shoulder height. At shoulder height, press the palms out, flexing the fingers up. Relax your shoulders down. We're going to envision you as this cosmic being, filling your body with beautiful chi from the universe, adding to the universal chi already within. As you inhale, your head is reaching to the heavens, your feet to the earth, drawing in energy from the universe around you. And as you just breathe gently, picture your right arm extending into infinity. And your left arm extends into infinity. Excuse me. You are the cosmic being. You expand into the universe. Imagine the pores of your skin opening. Lightness, openness, porosity defines your body. Universal chi is flowing into you and through you. I'll be here one more minute. Don't worry about your breath. Let it go and do as it wishes. Bring your attention to the universal light flowing within. Seconds. You can release if you need. You should feel comfortable and relaxed. So if you feel a strain, just let go. We just have 9 seconds left. And release down. Go within a moment, close your eyes. And observe without judgment, without expectation. Open your eyes again, and we're going to wash the marrow with one hand is the name of this movement. You'll just do a natural breath throughout. We're not going to synchronize breath with movement. We're going to, I'll show you before we begin, your left hand is going to float up to the lower back, and the right hand is at the same time going to float about 10 inches above your head, okay? And we'll just hold it there for a moment just to feel the aura, the energy between the Lao Gong point in the palm and the Bai Hui point at the top of the head. And then we're going to be moving down, cleansing the marrow as we move down. So we'll bring that, synchronizing the arms, moving into position, and then I'll guide you as the one hand lowers. Bring one hand to the lower back, the other hand floats up above the head. It's about 12 inches above the crown, above the Bai Hui point. And just feel that energy between the Lao Gong point and the Bai Hui point, this 100 meetings, this 100 junctions point. And after we feel that, we're going to begin to lower the hand down the front, imagining pure qi flowing through the skull and the bones of the face, the marrow within. Healing stream of white light now moves down the vertebra of the neck, the collarbone, the shoulder blades, the ribs, spinal column. We slowly move through the marrow in the hips, the thigh bones, knees, lower legs and feet. As this hand reaches the side, bring the hand from the back lower down as well. And see impure, noxious qi washing out of your feet, composting down into the earth. Bring the right hand to the back as you move the left hand overhead about 12 inches above the crown. We'll pause just long enough to feel the energy between the 2 points. And as we begin to lower the hand down the front, we imagine pure qi flowing through the marrow of the skull, the bones of the face, the vertebra of the neck, the collarbones and shoulder blades, the ribs and the spinal column, slowly moving through the marrow of the hips, the legs, the knees and feet. Bringing both hands down by the side, picture the noxious qi, this impure qi flowing into the earth as compost, nourishing. Bringing the left hand up again as the right hand comes over top. About 12 inches above, feel the auric energy between the palms. And then really picture that pure qi flowing through the marrow of the skull, the bones of the face. This healing stream of light moving through the vertebra of the neck, the collarbones, shoulder blades, ribs, spinal column, slowly moving through the marrow of the hips, the legs, the knees, and the feet, both hands pointing down, watching the impure noxic qi washing out through your feet, composting into the earth. Bring the right hand back again as the left hand floats 12 inches above. The back hand is right behind the navel on that Ming Men. And now we feel the points connecting as we really imagine pure qi now flowing through the marrow of the skull, bones of the face, the vertebrae of the neck, the collarbones and shoulder blades, the spinal column, slowly moving through the marrow of the hips, the legs, knees, and feet. Both hands pointing down as you picture this noxious, impure chi flowing out into the earth, composting and rejuvenating the soil. Bringing the left hand to the back, the right hand floating up overhead, about 12 inches above. Feel the energetic connection, and then begin to imagine this pure chi flowing through the marrow, this healing stream of white light through the skull and the bones of the face, moving through the marrow of the vertebrae of the neck, the collarbones and shoulder blades, the spinal column, the ribs, slowly moving through the marrow of the hips, the legs, the knees and feet. Both hands pointing down as you visualize the noxious, impure chi washing out of you into the earth. Bringing the right hand back, left hand up. Last one for the one-handed, washing the marrow. Feel the energetic connection. And then imagine this beautiful pure chi flowing through your marrow, this healing white light through the bones of the skull and face, the marrow within the vertebrae of the neck, the collarbones, shoulder blades, the ribs and spinal column, slowly moving through the marrow of the hips, the legs, the knees, ankles, and feet. And both hands come down as you picture the chi washing out your feet. This impure, noxious chi composting and replenishing the earth. I'm going to do one repetition of washing the marrow with both hands. We're going to bring the hands through center and turn them palms up overhead. I'll just hold for about 10 seconds here. Really picturing this tree connecting to the sky through the hands and the earth below. And now turn the palms down about 6 inches above the crown. Don't touch the hands, the fingers are near each other but not touching. Feel the energy, your aura, this beautiful movement through. As we begin moving the hands down, washing the marrow with 2 hands through the skull and the bones of the face, the marrow within the neck, collarbones and shoulder blades, the ribs, spinal column, slowly moving through the hips, the legs, the knees, the feet, watching the noxious chi wash into the earth, composted and rejuvenating. Breathe gently. And release. Okay, I'm going to show you 2 movements that I didn't show you the other day. You don't have to do them. You can sit and rest, or you're welcome to do them with me. But they are movements I do before I get out of bed. And so I'll come down to the ground and demonstrate for you. So the first one, let me move my little mic thing. You're laying on your back in bed, and you just bring one knee in and squeeze. Lift the leg up, really flex the foot. Bend the knee in again and lower it down. Bring the other knee in, squeeze it in. Lift the leg up. And you can remove, if you don't want to, if it's too cold and you don't want to take your blanket off, you can just hug the knee in. You don't have to take the cover off for that stretch. You can do that later. Then if you're able, bring both feet to the mattress and gently bring one leg up at a time. We're being very gentle in the morning. You could use a lot of lower abdominal work, but it's a little too early for that. So we're just waking up our body and hugging the knees in. And then lowering the feet back down. Keep the feet here. Bring your fingertips as close to your heels as you're possible. And then you'll just lift up 10 times. I'll only do a couple, but you're just rolling up and then curving, bringing one vertebra down at a time. These movements come from Dr. Zhang's recommended morning movements, so they're probably familiar from yoga for many of you. We've done them in Deer Qigong. In Daoyin, this is called the mountain rising to meet the sky. And we'll just do one more. And lower. Good. Slide your feet away from you as far as you're able. And then when you're in bed, you will roll to your side and push up. But for now, we can bring our hands in front, palms are face up, and then come up to a seated position. So I just wanted to make sure that I added that so you have that for your repertoire for the morning movements as well.